I have been rocking these Ray-Ban Metas for 8 months now. 8 months, y'all. It's been 6 months since I put up my initial review on them. And in this video, I want to talk about Terry. After all of this time, after spending your hard-earned money on the Ray-Ban Metas, do you feel like they were worth it? Do you have any buyer's remorse? That's what we gonna answer. Let's go. Now, before we get into the meat potatoes of the Ray-Ban Metas, this is something I want to say first, okay? Some of y'all want the craziest things out of a pair of freaking sunglasses. When I put up my initial review of these glasses, which, by the way, that video is at like 200,000 views, which is crazy. I can't believe y'all like the video that much. And I'm gonna still recommend that you go watch that video after this video, because I covered a lot of the basic stuff, like how to turn them on, the buttons, all that stuff, that I'm not gonna cover in this video. So make sure you check that out afterwards. But looking through those comments, some of y'all was like, oh man, I want a pair of glasses that can record at 4K 20, 100, you know, for 100 minutes at a time. I want a pair of glasses that's gonna fry me chicken at night and put tire shine on my tires. Like, some of y'all want wild stuff out of a pair of sunglasses. If Ray-Ban would give us all the things that we wanted in a pair of glasses, they would look freaking huge and freaking dorky, which I don't want that. The reason I love the Metas is because they look like a regular pair of glasses, except for they have a camera in them, they have speakers in them, they have a microphone in them, several microphones, they have AI built into them, and they connect with your phone and all of that stuff. And again, a pair of stylish glasses, which is freaking huge. To fit all of this technology in these glasses at our current technology state right now, compromises had to be made. Again, if we were to get everything we wanted, 5-day battery and all that other good stuff, we would have been wearing freaking goggles on our face. So just keep that in mind as you watch this video. We are at the mercy right now of technology, and for Ray-Ban to find a happy compromise between performance, processing power, and all of that good stuff, compromises had to be made. Now, let's get on with the video. All right, come here. I want you to get all up close and personal so you can see the glasses on my face. I just picked Deuce up from school. Matter of fact, I'm about to have him put the glasses on so he can show them off to you. This is Cookmaster 5000, by the way. My boy is, like, mean. Let me put a little clip on the screen for you real quick. Make sure y'all go, you know, give him a follow. He a kid though, so don't be on no trash. Plus, I'll come find you if you say something crazy to him. Anyways, Deuce, take the glass off my face. Go ahead and take them. Take them, Deuce. Yeah, go ahead and put them on, man. Yeah, them look fresh on you. Hey, let me see them. Go ahead and rock them. Them look good on you. Them the amber joints, y'all. All right, give me my glasses back. I gotta finish talking to the people. Y'all make sure y'all give my boy a follow. Anyways, a lot of y'all asked what size are the ones I have. These are the large ones, okay? And these are the amber ones, which are kind of difficult to find. They also offer a whole bunch of different types of color schemes and lens choices. Like, they got transitions lenses and blue light lenses and, you know, amber lenses and all that other stuff. So the reason that I chose the amber ones is pretty silly, to be honest with y'all. I know these are meant to be sunglasses, but for me, they're more of like fashion glasses, right? If I'm going to spend $300 on a pair of glasses, I want to wear these joints all day long. And what I don't like about the dark lenses is as soon as it gets dark outside, that you can't freaking see at night. And if you get the transitions ones, because the Ray-Ban transition lenses are UV sensitive, you know, sometimes it's light. I know people with them and they don't transition fast enough or they don't get dark enough, and I just didn't want to worry about none of that. So I personally think the amber ones is, you know, they have like a brownish frame to them. You know, I'm gonna call a spade a spade. I think on brown skin, they look really, really good. Plus, because these are not dark, I mean, they cut out a little bit of light, but not a whole lot. I can wear them all day long, and that's what I do. I wear these glasses all day long, inside and outside. I love the way they look, and the fact that I can listen to music, talk on the phone, you know, capture video, and use the AI assistant all the time without having to, you know, I can only wear these at night or wear them in the morning. For me, I really, really appreciate. Now, I also want to talk about durability, because I've been using them pretty much every single day for hours a day for 8 months. I've gotten them wet. They are IPX4 rated, I believe, or something like that. I mean, I wouldn't submerge them, but, you know, aside from the typical wear and tear, like, you know, maybe a little scuff here, scratch there, or something like that, they are still holding up so good. Okay, Terry, you saying all this. What about video quality after all this time? And right now, I'm gonna reset our expectations again. I think this is important. I said it all throughout the last video. I'm gonna say it all throughout this video, okay? we got to remember that this is a pair of stylish freaking sunglasses. If we want a bigger sensor, better resolutions, all that stuff, things have to happen, such as a bigger camera sensor, better processors, which also means we need more battery power. And right now we're at the cusp of battery technology. So if we need to put a bigger battery in here to accommodate all these upgraded internals, guess what happens? The glasses get bigger, y'all, and we don't want to look like freaking dorks. So let's talk about the video quality. The Ray-Ban Metas can only record 1080p, 30 frames a second. There's no way to freaking change it. I wish we had more options, but it is what it is. You can't change the sharpness, you can't change the noise reduction, you can't change anything about the video quality out of the Ray-Ban Metas, which I hope in the future, maybe in the next iteration, we'll get that. The next thing is you can only record in vertical. There's no option to record horizontally, which I think is a huge miss. There's been so many times where I've been out wanting to film stuff only to remember that I can only film this in freaking vertical. And if I want to put that into a landscape project such as YouTube, then, you know, I got to put the whole fake blurry background behind it and all that other good stuff. Now, video quality wise, I would compare these to maybe an iPhone 11, iPhone 12. And for social POV style content, I think it's totally fine. The stabilization is great. The image is nice and colorful and contrasty. And I think it does a decent job in photos and videos. There have been so many times where I've, taken images or videos with them and I'm like, dang, that looked crazy coming from a pair of freaking sunglasses. Now, the lens is on this side. The LED indicator is on this side, which I don't have a problem with. People deserve to know when they're being filmed or having photos taken of themselves. So that part I'm cool with. The biggest problem I have is because the camera's on the left side and not the center, which, if it was in the center, we would be complaining and we would look like freaking dorks, but it's on the left side, which means if you want to get something center frame, you have to turn your head to the right to get the lens to line up with the center of the frame. Now, I've never missed a moment because of this, but you will notice that if you don't pay attention to the positioning of your head, that all of your images will be biased to the right or left side. I hope I'm saying all right. You get what I'm trying to say. I wish there was a way that maybe Ray-Ban in the next iteration could make both of these cameras and give us some type of stereoscopic vision or something like that. That would be fire. The other gripe I used to have is the glasses would only record 60 seconds at a time. Well, now they'll record all the way up to 3 minutes. However, when you turn on that, you have to do it in the menu. It'll tell you this is going to drain the crap out the freaking battery. So again, compromises. All in all, as a POV camera on your face that you don't have to worry about bringing another camera or anything like that, these are great for not missing the moment. You don't have to go turn on a fiddly camera and all that other good stuff. All you do is reach up, press the button, capture, boom, import it to your phone and post it. So I really love the Ray-Ban Metas for POV style content. I think the video quality is perfectly fine. Maybe we'll see some improvements in the next iteration, but at this current state, after using it for 8 months, I'm cool with it. All right, come here, Corbin. This is my nephew, y'all. Right. Come here. All right, have you ever used these glasses before?
No, I haven't.
Do you know what they are?
I'm assuming camera glasses.
Camera glasses. You want to hear something dope? Put them on.
Why am I hearing music?
Because that's crazy, because they got speakers built. You said what? Why are you hearing music?
Yeah.
Because they got speakers built into them. That's fire, ain't it? You want them?
Yeah.
You can't have them. Give them back.
Where are the speakers
so they're right there. You see them little slits right there?
Yeah.
You want to ride home?
No, I think Danny's picking me up.
All right. Well, I would dap you up, but
Yeah.
don't do that. No, don't do that. All right.
Other hand.
Yeah. All right, we'll do that one. I can't. No. We don't do left hand dap. No. One of my favorite things about the Ray-Ban Metas is the fact that they have freaking built-in speakers, and I will say they sound pretty good. Obviously, the lack of bass is probably evident because the speakers are so tiny. But aside from that, they sound great when you're listening to music and podcasting and all that stuff. And the only time people can really hear it is when you had a volume cranked up to 100%. Now, are these better than AirPods? No, they don't have noise cancellation or transparency mode or anything like that. I mean, kind of like built-in transparency mode because you can still hear what's going on around you, but no, they're not going to replace your pair of freaking AirPods. However, let's go back to the idea that the glasses are not specifically great at one thing, but good enough in a lot of areas. I don't bring headphones along with me when I have my Ray-Ban Metas because I like things not being stuck in my ear. Now, I will say this, because they don't get super duper loud. You know, if you go into a loud environment, they get washed out pretty easy to a point where you really can't hear them, but that only happens like very, very small amounts of times when the environment is super loud around you. But normal conditions like this, I'm listening to music right now. You can't even tell I'm listening to music, and neither can anybody else. And the fact that these are on my face and I don't have stuff sticking in my ears, because I hate earbuds being in my ears unless I'm at the gym. Okay, I can get all of that, plus hear podcasts, music, and talk on the phone, which I'll talk about in a second. Plus these do play sound back in stereo. I wanted to throw that in there real quick. But the fact that I have all this and it's on my face, then I'm already gonna wear them because they look dope. W. So microphone quality for phone calls has been a mixed bag. As a matter of fact, let's make a phone call, and I'm gonna let somebody else tell you how I sound, and I'll explain all of this. Hold on one second.
Hello?
Max, what up?
Yes, sir. What's up, man?
All right, so I got a question for you. You have Ray-Ban Metas. Have you had any trouble talking to people on your Ray-Bans?
No, actually, the only time I've really talked to people and used it is when I was in the airport. So I had a lot of background noise going on.
Okay, how do I sound talking to you right now?
It sounds fantastic.
Like perfectly fine?
Perfectly fine.
Okay, all right, well, that's surprising. All right, let me call you back. I'm gonna finish recording this. Thank you for your intro. Thank you for your cooperation. I was about to say introduction in the video. Thank you very much. I'll call you back. Now, the reason I wanted to do this on camera was because when the Metas first came out, they had a huge freaking problem for phone calls, specifically for people that have fat noses like Tight Shirt Terry Warfield and a lot of other brown people. And by the way, I know a lot of people with Ray-Ban Metas, so, you know, I've been able to talk to all of them. The problem did exist. The issue was, although the Metas have 5 microphones, okay, the only microphone that they used for voice calls was the one right on your freaking nose. So if you got a fat nose, it blocked that microphone. Now, recording videos, it'll use all of the microphones to record spatial audio, but for phone calls, only the one microphone. Well, enough people complained about this to the point where Ray-Ban came out with an update that basically allows you to turn on all of the microphones for phone calls. And I find that this works sometimes and sometimes it doesn't work. There's times on the phone, like with Maxwell, where he was able to hear me perfectly fine. He said it sounds amazing. There's other times I've been on the phone with people and they're like, huh, what did you say? And I'm like, forget it, I'll just take the glasses off and talk normally. So it's been a mixed bag for me over this 8 months when it comes to call quality. If you choose to pick up a pair of Ray-Ban Metas, you need to make sure that you test them out on your face with phone calls, because you might run into a situation where you get them, you're happy you got them, you forget to test phone calls, and then boom, you pass your return policy and you find that they don't work too good for you for voice calls. So again, do they replace AirPods? No, but in a pinch, they're already on your face. You can talk on the phone on them. In most cases, for me, they work fine. The other thing that you do have to be mindful of is if you are in a quiet place, you have the volume turned all the way up, you're on a phone call, it's possible people might be able to hear what the person on the other end is saying, so just keep that in mind. Overall, it's a mixed bag for me when it comes to call quality. This is how you control the Ray-Ban Meta. So everything is done through the Ray-Ban Meta app, which is super easy to use. There's a ton of options in here that Ray-Ban has added over the course of these things being out. And again, shout out to them for keeping up with the updates. They've added so much in here. This is, you know, where you import your media from and all that other good stuff. So the Meta app is really, really easy to use. All right, y'all, see where we at. We at the bank. It's rent time. Listen, we need to talk about battery life. Now, before we get into it, I want to ask you a few questions, okay? How long do you wear glasses on your face? That's a thing. Secondly, when you buy a pair of nice glasses, what do you typically do when you take them back off? You put them in the case. Okay, with that being said, the battery on the Ray-Ban Metas is not all that great. Under normal usage, and when I say normal, maybe you listening to music at a low volume, maybe you took a couple pictures with the glasses, couple videos, and maybe you took some phone calls, you have the glasses announcing messages to you or something like that. On a typical, you know, run on a battery, you'll get between 3 to 4 hours of usage. Now, if you crank up your usage, obviously you can cook the battery in an hour if you really wanted to. The good thing about the Ray-Bans is that they charge in this case. And I asked you about what do you typically do with a nice pair of glasses after you take them off. You typically put them in the case, and the case recharges the batteries in the Ray-Ban Metas actually really, really quick. It'll charge them from dead to fully charged in like 40 minutes. I'm not even joking. Now, the case will recharge the Metas 2 to 3 times before you need to recharge the case, but even the case charges from dead to fully charged in like less than an hour. So they charge really, really quick. Here's the thing, y'all, and this is something that, again, I sound like a broken record, but I gotta say it again. This is a pair of freaking sunglasses on your face. If we want bigger batteries in these things, you know what that means. That means we need bigger glasses, which turns us into total freaking dorks, which personally I don't want. So I'm cool with the battery life because I take them off and put them back into the case anyways when I'm done, which recharges them, and then I'm good. When it comes to like long-term longevity of the battery and the case or the glasses, I haven't noticed any difference from the day I first got them up until now. And I've been using them every single day, like I said, between like 7 to 8 months, however long I freaking had them. The battery just is what it is. It's a small battery inside of a pair of glasses that has a lot of technology in it. It's not gonna last that long, but this is the price you pay to be on the cutting edge of technology. All right, now I'm gonna give credit where credit is due, okay? Ray-Ban and Meta have updated the crap out of these glasses since they first came out. So remember at the beginning, we talked about it used to be a 60-second limit on recording and now it's 3 minutes. Well, they did that. They put the fix in for the voice quality that we talked about. They did that. And they added a whole bunch of other stuff. So before you could only link it up with like Spotify and WhatsApp, and now they added in Apple Music and a bunch of other services in there, which is fire. They also added this new feature where you could actually upload a photo directly to Instagram from the glasses without having to use the phone. Of course, you need to give it permission in the MetaView app, but all you need to do is, hey, blank, I don't want to trigger the glasses. Take a photo for my Instagram story, and it'll take the photo and send it directly to your Instagram story without you having to do anything else. Now, they also beefed up the freaking AI. So the AI used to be really, really simple on these glasses. You could only do simple stuff like, hey, blank, what's the weather, or something like that, and it would give you the weather. Also, it only handled one request at a time. So you would ask it a question like, hey, blank, what time is it? And it will answer you. And then if you wanted to ask another question, you had to say it again. Well, now, after it answers your initial question, it continues to listen for another question. So it's more conversational based. But they've also added some other stuff like the ability to use the glasses to do stuff like translate text. So, this works majority of the time, but I have a specific example I want to show you, and I'm going to bring this around full circle. So I have a statement on my iPad screen that is in English that says the woman is a thief and a liar. Let me go ahead and take a picture of this because I translated it to German. Hey Meta, translate the text on the photo I just took.
The text on the screen translates to, actually, I can't continue with this response.
Now, this is very odd because that's not even remotely offensive. All I said is the woman is a thief and a liar. I'm going to come back to that in 1 second. Most of the time this works. You could be out at a restaurant if you can't read something in another language. Not all languages are supported, but it'll tell you what you're looking at. Now, it could also identify things, okay? I got a few examples here I want to show you. First up, a water bottle. Hey Meta, look at this.
It's a bottle of water.
Look at this.
This is a Samsung TV on an entertainment center with some plants nearby.
Hey Meta, look at this.
It appears to be a view from inside of an apartment or house, looking out the window at trees and grass.
Very, very good so far. Now remember, it wouldn't translate the woman is a thief and a liar. I got something else I want to show you. Hey Meta, look at this.
It appears to be an open blade.
Okay, now this is a item, and I'm at the risk of being demonetized here, but I'm trying to prove a point to you. I have one other thing I want to show you. Hey Meta, look at this.
appears to be a hand.
Do you see where I'm going with this? So we have to remember that we are at the mercy of Meta AI's cloud, okay? Which means the glasses are not themselves handling any onboard processing of any of our requests. It is simply taking your request, sending it up to the cloud, and retrieving the answer or whatever it is back for you. Now, this is worrying for a lot of y'all because some of you don't like the idea of Meta being in control of everything. And this is a specific example of how we see Meta controlling the narrative of what we can and cannot do with our glasses. Now, this is not a deal breaker for me, but I just wanted to demonstrate this because some of y'all, it will be a deal breaker for you. All right, Terry, you've been talking all this nonsense about the Ray-Ban Metas for the last 3 freaking hours. How do you really feel about them? Do you have freaking buyer's remorse? And my answer is okay, I'm not gonna do it. No, I have no buyer's remorse for these glasses. $300 well spent. Honestly, it is probably one of my favorite tech purchases I've ever made. Listen, are the glasses perfect? Absolutely not. Are they for everybody? Absolutely not. Are there concerns with Meta and privacy and all that stuff? Absolutely. I mean, so of all the other apps that you use, but that's beside the point. I understand the concerns and all that stuff. And could they use further updates and refinement and possibly a better version going down the road? Absolutely. But for what they are right now, they are so dope and they give me value. They allow me to leave things at home that I would bring, and they allow me to bring things at home that I would otherwise leave. Terry, that doesn't make sense. Sure it does. I would never walk around with an action camera all day long. I don't like having AirPods and stuff in my pocket, so I would probably tend to leave them. Well, with these, they're on my face in a stylish pair of glasses. Of course, they can't beat a pair of AirPods or a dedicated action camera or any of that stuff, right? But the fact that they're in a stylish pair of glasses that I'm gonna bring with me anyways, that is what's fire. And I can share everything to social media and all that dope stuff. Like, if you love tech, you love fashion, you gotta get a pair of Ray-Ban Metas. I understand they're not perfect, but you got to get a pair. As I said, this is one of my favorite tech purchases ever. With those things being said, I highly recommend that you still go and watch the first video I put out on these because there was a lot of information I covered in that video that I didn't cover in this video. And if there's any affiliate links or anything, I will drop them down below in the comments, and I can only see the comments now. I would never wear those because Meta is gonna steal all of my information. Sort of other freaking apps that you use. Until next time, I'm out of here. Tight shirt, Terry Warfield. Piece of chicken grease, I'm out. Much love, y'all.